This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, we learn the secret to a business that's been open for over 90 years in Tamaqua. I hope you're all having a great weekend. I am now that all of you are here. Welcome to FYI Weekend. I'm Ken Kara. We have a lot going on, so let's get right to it. West Hazleton Police are adjusting to their new home. The department is in the process of getting adjusted to its new police station located inside the former West Hazleton Borough Annex on Broad Street. The department had outgrown its previous location inside the former borough building, which also houses the fire department. The new location gives the police more visibility and easier access for the community. We talked with the West Hazleton Chief of Police, Brian Buglio.
We're about 90% operational in this building, and it'll probably be about 3 weeks to a month that we're 100% operational here. We're waiting for final details to be made, and our contractor has to finish up some minor things, but like I said, within probably 3 weeks to a month, we'll be 100% operational. I mean, it's great being in a new building. It makes working much more efficient. It makes just the entire job much easier for us right now.
And we'll check back in West Hazleton as the project continues. Well, speaking of police, FYI told you a while back about Hazleton Police Chief Frank D'Andrea's suggestion to create a petition to gauge public opinion on the need for more police in the city. Well, that petition is now available at the city's website at www.hazletoncity.org. It is labeled as the petition to hire 10 more police in the city of Hazleton. The signees agree that they are taxpayers in the city of Hazleton and that they recognize the cost of hiring 10 new officers in the city is estimated at $1 million per year. Those who signed the petition agree that they are willing to pay for more officers and that they would like the mayor to submit their name on this petition to City Council when he gives the 2015 budget to them. City taxpayers can only sign one petition, and all petitions submitted must be signed by the circulator. The deadline for the petitions is October 31st. Wouldn't it be great if you could sample signature dishes and products from area restaurants and businesses? Well, you can do just that on Sunday, October 19th at the Taste of Greater Hazleton. The event takes place from noon until 3 p.m. at the Hazleton Health and Wellness Center on the Airport Beltway. Enjoy great food, fabulous door prizes, cooking demonstrations, and area schools will also take part in an apron decorating contest. Tickets are going fast, so if there are any left, there will be $20 at the door. That's $20 for tickets at the door. Proceeds benefit community projects coordinated by the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce. SSPTV is a proud sponsor of the 7th Annual Taste of Greater Hazleton. In today's tough economy, not many businesses can say that they have served the community for more than 9 decades. But as our Lisa Sugart learned, that is the case for one popular store in Tamaqua.
We are here at Charles X Block, 251 West Broad Street in Tamaqua, and I'm pleased to be joined by the owner, who is Ralph Richards, and also the manager, who is Richard Gibson. I'm going to start with you today, Ralph. This is a wonderful store that has really stood the test of time, 91 years. In this day and age, you do not hear about a store lasting that long. So what's the secret?
I would say the secret at Charles Block has been customer service. We try to be very competitive on price, but our quality and our customer service, from the staff of the store to the people who come into the store, they just come to expect that customer service that has become Charles X Block.
Now, I know you're recently new, I guess we could say recently, 2010 was it?
We joke all the time that I will be the new owner. When the previous owner's here 87 years, I'll be the new owner for at least the next 25. So yes, I am the new owner.
All righty. So this is a wonderful store, and you also have some help with the gentleman who is standing to my right, who has been the manager here for 41 years. How instrumental was that when you took over the store to have someone here with his expertise?
Rich Gibson is the cornerstone of Charles X Block. There's no secrets about it. He is so knowledgeable, so courteous, goes above and beyond for all of our patrons, and we just could not survive without him.
Well, let's hear from the man who's been here this long. Richard, it is really commendable. You don't hear of people working 41 years anywhere anymore. So what makes you want to be a part of Charles X Block?
Well, I enjoy what I do. I think that's utmost and foremost one of the reasons I'm still here for 41 years. I've worked with Mr. Block, who father was the original owner for a long time, and then of course with Ralph. So I've had two great bosses to work for, and I think it's important, and I just enjoy what we do here, providing service, working with people, get to see a lot of people, and I guess to sum it up, I just enjoy what I do.
Well, it surely shows. As we came in, it was difficult for us to do this interview because so many people kept coming in the door, and each one of you took the time to say hello, offer them a bottle of water, a cup of coffee. That's unheard of. So tell us about the many things you offer when someone does walk in the door here.
Well, first of all, we like to greet everyone. We like to find out what are they looking for. Is there an event? Is there just a date they have or an interview suit? And then try to lead them based on our expertise in the right direction. During that experience, as you saw with multiple people in the store, there's some downtime. So we feel it's just a way to be courteous to offer people a cup of coffee, a bottle of water, or whatever it is that can make their experience here. And that's truly what it is. It's a men's shopping experience. However, we have added new stuff in our ladies, which if you have an opportunity, ladies, we have hand-sewn purses, we have jewelry, and seasonal scarves that are one of a kind.
So when people come in, they're coming here for weddings, they're coming here for wonderful occasions, they're coming here for business suits. There's so much more, but you also have additional services, like they can get dry cleaning done here as well, and you told me free tailoring if they buy it here.
Any suit, pants, or anything purchased in our store is tailored free. That is a policy that Charles Block started, and 91 years later we maintain. We do have shoe repair, leather repair, zipper repair, and we are a drop-off dry cleaning service of Empire in Hazleton. The customer's experience here, the courteousness of our staff is second to none, and if we are going to make it in this tough world economically, we can do it on service, and that is what you can expect when you're at Charles Block's.
Well, it's amazing when any store lasts this long, but when you have two gentlemen who are so well experienced in dealing with the public and so courteous as you walk in the door, it's really not a surprise.
We'll check back in with Lisa very soon. Now here's some information from the city of Hazleton. There will be a Hazleton City Council meeting this upcoming Tuesday at 6 p.m. at Council Chambers in City Hall. And now here's what our media partner, the Standard Speaker, is featuring this weekend. A veteran and a soldier's widow will team up to decorate graves of servicemen and women from Greater Hazleton this Christmas, and you can read all about it this weekend in the Standard Speaker at standardspeaker.com. Coming up a little later on FYI, we head back to the pool at the Hazleton Area High School to learn more about two water polo players. And up next, we talk with the preacher known as What's Your Name as he gets ready to answer your questions on the Sam Lassand Show.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
This year marks the 10th annual Operation Can Do. It is a project of Greater Hazleton Can Do, and it is being run also by the Can Do Student Committee. Nancy Stashko is the Director of Administration and also a student advisor for that committee. She's here to tell us all about this project. Nancy, this is a wonderful thing that Can Do has organized each and every year. How successful has it been over the years?
This has been a wonderful project. This was a brainstorm of the students 10 years ago coming up with this project to say thank you to the servicemen and women that are serving overseas with ties to Greater Hazleton. We received thousands of items to send overseas to the military, and the variety of things that we get, just wonderful. The participation locally, people are very generous. It's a great project.
And I'm sure that they will be generous again this year. You told me you've already been receiving many things. The deadline to donate is October 23rd. What type of items are you looking for?
We usually ask people to provide personal care items, maybe some type of entertainment items, some snack items, things like that, books, magazines, cards, frisbees, different types of snacks, canned chips, or even with medical type supplies, Tums, Rolaids, maybe headache medication, shoe powder, things like that.
If we need it at home, they need it there too, right?
Exactly, exactly.
And so you're collecting those items. They can be dropped off at the Can Do offices, which is 1 South Church Street, right at the corner of Broad and Church Streets in downtown Hazleton, between 9 and 4. But Nancy, you told me once you get all these wonderful things, you want to make sure that you have the names of our servicemen and women to send them to.
Yes. We've been working for the past 10 years with the Freeland American Legion, who packages the items and sends them for us. And I do want to say a thank you to Commander Gaffney and all of the members of the Freeland American Legion. But what we could use are the names and addresses of soldiers to send these packages to. So if you could either drop it by our office, mail it to us, or give us a call at 570-455-1508. And get your military person receiving a package this year.
And just to clarify, does that military person need to live in Hazleton or the Hazleton area?
No, they do not. We ask for the military to have a tie to Greater Hazleton. Maybe the grandparents live here and the military person has never lived in the area, or maybe they lived here when they were young and have moved away a long time ago. But, you know, we do try to keep a little bit of a local tie to Hazleton area.
A very worthwhile project. I hope a lot of people will donate, businesses, individuals, provide help for this wonderful cause, and also remember to send in the names of your loved ones who are serving our country.
Thank you, Lisa. If you chant loud enough at home, maybe she will do an encore. We'll see. Here's a fun community calendar for the weekend. The Hazleton Integration Project started a tropical dance class on Friday. If you are interested in salsa, merengue, and other forms of tropical dance, call 570-861-8081. The class is free and open to people from 13 to 75. The classes are sponsored by the Area Agency on Aging for Luzerne and Wyoming County's Primetime Healthcare Program. There is a limited number of spots, so call for information. Well, I think Lisa heard all of you at home. She is back, and here's her interview with the preacher known as What's Your Name?
He is a man who has traveled literally all over the world spreading the word of God, and since June he has returned here to the Hazleton area. I'm pleased to be joined again by What's Your Name? Thank you for joining me again.
Well, thanks very much.
Now, I know that you travel around. People recognize you because hopefully they've seen you here many times and know what you are doing throughout the area and throughout the world. But what do people say? Do they have questions when they meet you for the first time?
That's even a reason for my name as a question. People have questions of curiosity. Why do you do what you do? But more often, since people do know, basically most people know what I do and why, they ask for prayers. They ask for prayers for Hazleton. They ask for prayers for themselves. They ask for advice.
Oh, well, they're going to have the opportunity. Maybe they don't have the opportunity to see you face to face or haven't, but maybe our viewers out there have always wanted to ask you a question. So you're going to be doing 2 one-half-hour shows on the Sam Lassance Show, and Sam asked us to invite the viewers to email in their questions to you. So they can email them in at sam@ssptv.com, and I'm sure we're going to get a tremendous response because whenever you are going to be on, people call and ask. So what do you think, I guess, is the attraction? Like, do you feel it's the Holy Spirit attracting people to want to know more, or what do you think? Because a lot of people do respond when you are on the air.
I think there is something just deep within us that is attracted to Jesus, is attracted to something very real. So, and something that's a little out of the ordinary, but what rings true to them. So, for whatever reason, God is using this as a springboard to Jesus himself, to the gospel, to the faith.
How has your latest visit since June been going here throughout the area? How has the reception been?
Actually, I'm very impressed. Now, I know that we are living in a time now where things are so much more difficult, but the plus factor to all of this is that now people are more appreciative. People are even nearly every day are saying, thank you for being here. Please help us. Please pray for us. Like, for example, 3 different policemen on 3 different occasions thanked me for coming here and asked me to be here.
That's pretty impressive that they would say that to you. Yeah. I know we're all praying for all of our state police who are doing that search for the alleged cop killer, and for our police right here in town, because they have a difficult job in any community. So that's definitely, we want to pray for them. What do you hope will come out of these 2 shows that you're going to do with Sam, and the fact that people will be allowed to give questions to you?
Well, maybe a little more clarity in our own spiritual lives and in our lives in general, all of us.
Okay. So would you like to tell the people out there, encourage them to send in their questions so that you can respond?
Yeah, please. I'm very open to any of your questions. I'd love to be able to answer your curiosity, but especially, if you will, I love the questions that have deep significance. What do you really need to know? What do we all really need to know?
Very good. Well, you have the opportunity to do just as he said, to ask your questions. Email us at sam@ssptv.com. The tapings will be taking place next Monday, and then the show will be airing later on in the week. So we hope that you will see your questions being asked on the air. We thank you for watching, and we thank you for coming in, and good luck on the 2 shows, and I hope they're a tremendous success.
We pray so, and God bless all of us. And you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's time for Movie Minute right here on News 13, your weekly look at what's playing at Regal Cinema 10 just outside the Laurel Mall. 3 new releases this weekend. First, The Book of Life, rated PG. Manolo, a conflicted hero and dreamer who sets off in an epic quest through magical, mythical, and wondrous worlds in order to rescue his one true love and defend his village. Also, The Best of Me, rated PG-13. 21 years after being torn apart by forces beyond their control, 2 lovers who have never forgotten one another get a second chance at happiness. And finally, Fury, rated R. Brad Pitt leads a tank crew in the final days of World War II in this war drama. Still playing Gone Girl, The Box Trolls, Dracula Untold, The Maze Runner, The Judge, The Equalizer, and more. For all the showtimes, call Regal Cinema 10 at 570-450-7454, or to speak to a movie attendant, call 570-450-7340.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
This weekend, let's learn more about some of the seniors on the Hazleton area girls and boys water polo teams who just wrapped up their 2014 season this past week.
Andy Acosta probably went into first period as a freshman not expecting it to change his life.
My coach, Michelle Yakubowski, she was my first period teacher, and she talked to me. We were joking about how swimming isn't a sport, and I joined to see what it was, and it's really tough.
So you think swimming's a sport now?
Yes, it's a very competitive sport.
Now in his senior year, Acosta loves both swimming and water polo. After graduation, he wants to join the Army and continue playing water polo and possibly start coaching the sport.
I love the sport, so is swimming. I can also do that. Like, I would hate to give this up.
So that's Acosta's story from his freshman year. Here's Shelby Sankos. She's also known as Scoops.
So when I was a freshman, I had this t-shirt that said Scoops because I was in a school play, and I wore it one time, and from then on it just kind of stuck, so that's how I got that nickname.
What were you in the school play? Did it have anything to do with that?
No, I went to a Catholic school, and it was like the reporter, so that's how I got that nickname.
Scoops.
Yep.
No interest in journalism?
No.
So Scoops doesn't want to be a journalist, but she is interested in physical therapy and would like to continue swimming in college.
I like that nickname, Scoops. So Lisa, if you want to start calling me that, that's quite all right. Earlier this week, we spoke with local professional kickboxer Chris Lindsay, who won his first professional fight in September. He's now 1-1 professionally, and Chris Lindsay, he's getting ready for his next fight, which is in November. He's going to take on Eric Rocha.
This fight's at a lower weight. I'll be fighting at 147. This last fight I was at 155, so it's a little bit of a weight cut. I'm working on that right now. He's a traditional Thai-style fighter. He's going to be good in the clinch, so I know I have to work on that this time. This fight, there's going to be elbows. You get a lot elbows to the face and everything. So I really need to work on the clinch work and the knees and the elbows for this fight. But other than that, I'm still working the same pace I want to fight in. I want to keep the same fast pace.
Now for tickets to USKA Fight Night in Allentown on November 22nd featuring Chris Lindsay, you can go to uskafights.com. Well, that is sports on this FYI weekend. We'll be back, and we're coming back with Adopt Me. It's the weekend, and I love sitting at a high top, ordering some delicious apps and having a few beverages with my friends at Bottlenecks, where they have an awesome atmosphere with awesome food.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, Terror Trail will be held in Weatherly at Tweedle Park from October 30th through November 1st. The event is all ages, cost is $3. Children under 3 are free. Candy is given out at the end. Stop by Tweedle Park from 6 to 10 p.m. for Terror Trail in Weatherly. And one more announcement, the Rotary Club of Hazleton will be holding its annual spaghetti dinner Wednesday, October 29th at Genetti's. Eat-in or takeout is available from 4:30 to 7. Tickets may be purchased from any Rotary member or by calling 570-454-2494. That's our Talk of the Town.
And here I am with Shelly. Shelly is a very sweet little Chihuahua and possibly Papillon mix. I think by her long and fuzzy ears, she looks like a Papillon, and by the size of her body, she seems like a Chihuahua. Shelly is very friendly and very quiet. She's not destructive at all, and though not very playful, she's very affectionate. I think Shelly would probably do all right with other dogs. She doesn't seem to have any fear or mistrust of other animals, but she can be a little bit shy around strangers at first. So she takes a few minutes to warm up to strangers. Shelly's already spayed and up to date on all of her vaccinations, including her rabies shot. And when tested, she came up negative for heartworm and Lyme. As I said, Shelly is very well behaved and quiet and completely non-destructive. She's a small, manageable size, being Papillon and Chihuahua. And while she's a little bit slow to trust initially, she bonds very strongly with anybody that she does. That's it for our dog Shelly. Let's have a look at our cats. And here I am with Puddin', who is our newest window cat. She's always perched at the nearest ledge looking out, watching birds and bugs and anything else she can see. When she's not doing that, she's seeking out the attention and affection of any human she can get near. She's a little bit standoffish with the other cats, but she's kind of new as well. She's only been in here for a few days, and she's not quite settled. And although she's a little bit iffy with the other animals, she absolutely loves human attention, and she would be a great cat for anybody who either has had animals in the past or is just starting out as a pet owner. She's very quiet and clean and easy to take care of. Also, for people who love the softer, more elegant look of a long-haired cat, without all the brushing, Puddin' here is a domestic medium hair, which means she has some of that elegance, though not as much of a pain to take care of and groom. She's already spayed and is up to date on all of her vaccines and came up negative for feline leukemia and FIV. And Puddin' here is one of our newest additions to the colony, is very sweet and friendly and ready for her forever home. So if any of the viewers are interested in Puddin' here, or our dog Shelly that we featured earlier, or any of our other animals, come on down to 101 North Poplar here at the Hazleton Animal Shelter.
Nothing I can say can possibly top Adopt Me, so I'm not even going to try. But I will remind you, the FYI Football Rewind happens on our Monday FYI newscast, so get ready for that. We'll take a look back at high school football action and get in your questions for the Sam Lassand Show with What's Your Name? Send them to sam@ssptv.com. We'll see you on Monday. Take it easy, everyone.